Let's look forward then. This is the first week since the start of the season where you've had a free week, no midweek games. You've been able to maybe do a little bit more training than what you have been able to. Is that something you've welcomed, the short break this week?
Yeah, I'm not necessarily doing a bit more training. We've played a lot of games, and obviously we've got a couple of important games over the weekend, so 2 games in 3 days. So, we're not overtraining. We're doing what we need to do. We're having discussions about certain things about how we're going to play and how we've been playing. So it's worked well to be able to and like with John injured and stuff like that, give him a longer week. So we're hoping he's going to be okay. He might drop in training with us tomorrow, so we'll know a bit more. So yeah, for different reasons, it's nice to have a break, but we're soon back on it. Saturday, Monday, Saturday, Tuesday. So we've got 4 games coming up in 10 days after a week off. So it's relentless, to be honest with you, the amount of games you play early on. That's why it's important we pick up as many points as we can.
And the following Saturday, Tuesday as well. And then if you draw in the FA Cup, you get another Tuesday night game. So you could be looking at the back end of September again before you get a free week. What are your thoughts the way the fixtures are scheduled at this time of year?
Like
Just got to fit them in somewhere, I suppose.
Yeah, like I say, there's for me too many games. But then you look at September right through till January, we've got no midweek games. So it doesn't. I don't know how that works out, to be honest. But that's the way it is. So. Like I say, it's important, which we are at the moment. We're in that top 7. We're 5 points off the leaders as we speak. So we're sitting okay, but we've got to make sure when we come through all these games, August, September, that we're still in a position like we are, or maybe even better.
We arrived here this morning. The one person we see is the man you've already talked about, John Parkin. Doing lots of running out there. Does that show his desire to get back to his full fitness as quickly as possible?
Is he doing lots of running?
Well, jogging, should we say? A lot of jogging.
Yeah, look, he's been a bit frustrated himself. Obviously, John likes to be out on the training field, but it's looking positive. He's going to be with the physio today, and see how he is today. If he comes through today with the physio, then he'll be with us tomorrow. And then available for the 2 games at the weekend.
Have you got any other injury concerns?
No, which is great. Just the 2, Matthew Fry and Clovis, who are going to be long term. Other than those 2, everybody's available.
And I presume if everything goes according to plan, you'd be quite happy to play the same side on Saturday and on Monday. You'd have no issues with anyone playing twice in 48 hours.
No, I think like I say, we're not a massive squad anyway, and no, I think you can do 2 games in 3 days. It's just it is a tough ask, because we've had a lot of games, but it's the same for everybody. So if there are any changes, there might not be too many, but if there are, there might be 1 or 2, but not for any reason. If everybody comes through fine, hopefully we get a result and play well, then for me, don't see any reason we'll play the same 11.
And you've got Hamza back again this weekend. Does he come straight back in on Saturday?
He comes into contention, yeah. He's we've had clean sheets with him. I think him and Pars started to get a bit of a good understanding playing in the 4. So we'll have to wait and see. We've got 2 training sessions to get through now, and then we'll make a decision whether Hamza comes straight back in on Saturday.
And it's a big game at Southport as well, 3rd versus 5th, I think, off the top of my head, so it should be quite entertaining.
Yeah, I think we dropped down 1 actually. I think Spenny won in the week, so I think we've dropped down 1, but that's irrelevant. I think Southport have started well. My mate Alan Lew, I know very well, who's manager there. He's brought some good players in, some experienced players. They're looking strong at the moment. It's always a difficult place to go, Southport. So they'll be full of themselves, having won 4 and drawn 1, haven't lost a game yet. So it's about time they lost, and I'd like to be the first one to do that.
And you'd like a better performance than the one you witnessed there last season?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I never want to see that again.
Louis Hammond, going back to his former club, quite regularly you see players go back to the former club, want to put on a bit of a show and score a goal. It'd be great if he could get his first goal now.
Yeah, he's deserved one. You know, he's been working hard, and you've seen, from me anyway, you've seen a difference in him. He'd have seen a difference in himself. I think his overall game's been superb. He's been giving us a lot, so he deserves a goal. But you know, Louis one of them. If he continues to play in the way he is and creating goals and making things difficult for the opposition, then you know we'd be happy with that. But the goals will come for him. They will come. Obviously, Alex Whittle's going back there as well, so he knows all about Southport. So a couple of players going back to their old club. But you know, two teams that were relegated last season and two teams that are looking to bounce straight back. So it makes a good game.
Finally, returning to the two games in 48 hours, how do you schedule these next 4 or 5 days between the games?
Like I say, we'll train today and tomorrow, and the game on Saturday. Not sure about Sunday yet. If we feel we need to come in, if not, the players will go and have a swim on the Sunday just to get it at the lactic acid out the bodies in the pool, and you know, make sure they will come in a touch earlier on Monday, just to make sure everybody's okay. But that's what we'll be doing over the next few days.
That's great idea for me. Thank you.
Yeah. Looking at the results, you know, you've only lost one game away from home since the turn of the year, I think, which we often talk about as a bit of a turning point. I mean, how much does that please you, given the problems the club are having getting the away result before that?
I do. You know, I think it's important. I think we possibly, you know, turn of the new year, possibly our downfall was our results at home, not away. So our away form has been excellent. We've looked strong. Again, what's pleasing is the start of this season we've gone and won the away games, which is great. So we've got to be a tough team to play away. But what just shows is that, you know, when you play away, teams have to come at you a little bit more because they're at home, which is proved why we can go and win away from home, because you know we do like to attack, we do like to create chances, so it gets the opposition thinking. So David's great, you know. I think it's always good to have a good away record and be a team that you know can go away and win games. And what was nice was obviously with the amount of games that the club had gone away from home without winning, became a mental stigma that you needed to break. But I think we've broke that now, and
Turned it on its head.
we've almost turned it completely round, which is massive for us.
Yeah, I think in 2011-12 that team picked up more away points than at home. Would that bother you if it was the case again? Do you think it is about the way you play, or so?
No, I'd obviously love to pick, you know, as many points up as home, because that's normally the way you do it.
Yeah.
But does it matter where you pick the points up as long as you get promoted? No, it doesn't. You know, we have this conversation, don't we? Does it matter how we play as long as we get the 3 points? No, it possibly doesn't. Although I like to. So all these things are important. But I think, you know, to be a team that can go away from home and not fear the opposition away from home is great, and that's the way we are at this moment in time. Southport, without doubt, is going to be a tough test for us, possibly the toughest away game we've had so far, if not the toughest game out of the teams we've played so far. Even though Darlington are a good side, I think Southport have proved that they're going to be there and thereabouts this season. So, you know, a tough test for us, and when we want to come through again, particularly away from home. And like we always say, you know, we go there to win, which we always do. Nothing's going to change on that. We're not going to sit back away from home. We'll go and play exactly the same way. If we don't win, then we don't lose, and we come away with a point or 3 points.
And on the flip side, you're trying to work at them odd blips at home as well, right, that you've had since the turn of the year. Do you work on that? Or do you think part of it is that teams are going to come to Boom Crescent and defend or treat it as a big game, because a lot of these clubs are small?
I don't know. You know, there's maybe different reasons why. I think, you know, because of the expectation at home that you know people expect you to win at home, and obviously a different situation this season to where we were last. We were in in a situation where we knew we needed to win games, and we weren't quite pulling them off at home, and then that becomes a bit of a mental problem. So I think there was no doubt a little bit of that last season, without doubt, because you're in front of your home fans, and if it's not happening, then you can feel the frustration coming from the fans when you're away from home. Although obviously, particularly this season, we're getting a good following, you don't feel that as much. So there's all that plays a big part. But like the away form, that we've sort of turned around and turned it on its head, that we've got to make sure that it becomes a bit of a fortress at home, that we're a team that, again, if we don't win, we don't lose. And obviously the Telford one's a disappointing result, but you've seen the games. We could have won all three. We've won one out of the three, but could have won all three. And the Darlington game was, for me, an excellent game of football. So you keep plugging away at what you do. You don't try and make issues out of situations, and I certainly don't want to make an issue out of we haven't picked enough points at home. Having said that, we know we need to start doing that.